Hello. I know, right? We're back over here. I just thought the purple at the wall which go really well with the figure I'm about to review. Whoops. And yeah, so for people keeping track, I had to go to Liverpool yesterday for an interview. I was there like 5 minutes. It was only a quick little thing. And they said, alright, okay, well if you're through to the next bit, we'll phone you between 5 and 6. They didn't. So I didn't get through. That was great. But one thing I did do in Liverpool, which I probably shouldn't have done, Power of the Primes, Blackwing, I believe it's Dreadwing, but there you go. I picked him up because I saw V-Gamer's review. Go watch it. And I had to have him. I'm sorry, I did. And he is... We'll take this thing off for a start. Because yeah, the fact that you can have it on there and pretend it's some sort of extra booster, it's... You can if you want. It's somewhere to store it. I enjoy the fact that they gave you somewhere to store it, but yeah, really. But he is. Didn't notice the cockpit's actually quite scraped. That's a shame. Oh well. I haven't noticed it up until now. I probably won't notice it in the future. Whoops. But he is basically air raid. Very heavily modified air raid, but basically air raid. I can't be bothered taking my Superion apart to get air raid. I'm sorry, I'm tired. And he goes with these two little pop guns, tiny little pistols, one on each side. If you know how this transforms, they're just plugged into the arms. There's nowhere to plug under the wings, slightly disappointingly, but that's fine. It's got the cool lightning bolt with the Decepticon symbol, which is awesome. The wings are variable, although when they get to that point they sort of notch in. You then have to push them past that notch, and then they are variable. And variable swing wing planes are just awesome. They just are. I believe you can bring them out to here somewhere if you really want, but that's just silly. So if you bring them out like to there or something, that's probably about reasonable. That's quite cool. Come on. And standard Combiner War's fair, unfortunately. Like I say, he's a heavily modified air raid, so you can't really ask too much, but it's fine. You know, he works, he looks how he's supposed to. He's got variable wings, that's me sold. These were heavily bent over in package. I've had to hair dry and straighten them, and they're not... Let's try and see if I can get a nice... They're not perfect now, but they're a lot better than they were. They were almost like a leaf curled over. They're really bad. And size comparison. I've got his brother. Dreadwind, I think it is. Take that off. So, DarkWing, Dreadwind, and as everyone knows, they can combine to make Dreadwing. Because that's Blackwing, that's Dreadwind. Take the Dread and the Wing. Becomes Dreadwing. Right, okay, that's fine. We're good. We're alright. We know what we're up to. So that's... And considering this is, what, Skydive, and this is Air Raid, they'll do. And they do look very pretty together. They are very 90s. I think this one's a bit more 90s, but these blues and the same turquoise still. Yeah, they're still very 90s. Love this lightning bolt. Let's get him out of the way. And I suppose technically we should do the special combined mode first. And there's nothing wrong with that, it's fine. For argument's sake, I'm going to pop his guns off. Okay. Right, now to do this, it's a little bit funky. We're going to bring the cockpit up. It's on a nice double hinge here. And then as you're doing that, it'll try and pop this loose. These are all sort of half connected. Now, this piece will fold back. In the back of the sort of neck piece there's that little nick, and there's that little tab there. This has got to be basically down, and that's just sort of... There are tabs in here that go into slots that hold this together, but this is an extra little connection that just fits in there. So when you want to bring this back, you just got to get that loose first, or you're going to snap the whole thing. So we're going to do that. We're going to bring this back. we're going to fold this all the way back, shove what's clearly the head all the way up into that, and then we're going to reach in here. Ooh, sorry, my voice went there. Reach in here and fold out this bit. And before we close it, we're then going to turn the wings around. I might have to bring this back a bit more. On these giant ball joints they're on. Not 100% sure why. Well, yeah, I do, but still. And then we bring it down, it tabs in. And then we're basically ready. Make sure that's back. And that tabs onto the same little nick there. And then we get Dreadwind. There we go. I'll take off his gun for argument's sake. Put it down there. And I've heard talks about moving the hinges and stuff like that for the shoulders and moving them here, there and everywhere, but you don't have to. So if we bring his tail fins up, disconnect the wing sections and fold it back. I've already reviewed this guy, so for his transformation, his review, I might put it in a link or something. So we'll untab these, rotate them back so they click into place, and then that's him pretty much ready to go. And then you use that peg into the combiner port there. Now, I've heard on many people's that this is incredibly loose. This connection is really loose. Let's see, shall we? And make sure it's all pushed in. Try and wriggle it so everything's lined up properly. And oh look, it holds. It holds really well. I don't know if I just got lucky or if I've got a later version, but there you go. And then we have Dreadwing. It looks a bit daft, I'll be honest with you, it does look a bit daft. But then we can do something else. So what I like to do is plug the Power of the Prime armor stuff on the back here into DarkWing's arms. So plug those in there. And then you put all the guns on Dreadwind. I keep messing the names up, sorry, I'll put all these on the front here. Just plug them in there. Don't fight with me, go in there. I just want to do it quickly, because this video is getting long and I haven't done anything. There. So now with all these extra thrusters at the back, I kind of feel it pads out the back a little bit, so it's got a bit more thrust. The wings are bigger. These do sort of wriggle around a little bit, so you just have to sort of push them together, you know, adjust them to your liking. I wish there was a connection, like these wings tabbed into the back of these. You know, like if this was a bit wider with a slot and you could just tab it in. That'd have been nice. That would have held it all properly, but there you go. That is my preferred method. Unpeg. I'll steal the weapons and stuff off that in a minute. We'll take these out. No, chip, just so chip, just, right, you go there because you're off him. And you, come off. Come in. You're being evicted. Right, okay, good. Oh, man. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to untab this section again and fold this back under. Then we bring this piece forward, like so, and just close it back up and make sure that's in place. Yep. And now it's standard Combiner Wars fare. So we're bringing the wings up, clip into place, untab the arms, bring them up, tap the arm, bring it up, fold up the tail fin, fold up the tail fin, fold back this section, bring it all out on the dreaded double hinge assembly of doom. Close it all up, split, and turn the head around. And I'll just bring this up slightly. There we go. And there he is in robot mode. And you know what? Due to the way the wings are and everything, he does definitely stand out amongst all the aerial bots. I might have to disassemble Superion, take a picture and stick it on Instagram or something. But he does definitely stand out. The colours alone, I mean, really. And yeah, the nose is just hanging off the back there. It's a little bit lazy, but what are you going to do? Tail, legs and stuff are exactly the same as Combiner Wars, so there can't really be complaints there unless you complain about all Combiner Wars. The chest looks incredibly G1 accurate, including this panel and such. It all looks like it. And yes, that does fold down, so you can plug this thing in. Yay. Yay. And you can pop this piece out. As a gun, look, there's detail in there because it's not clear for a change. You put that in the hand. That's nice. No, it's not. I like the fact they've given you an option, but it's still silly. There's no real storage for it. You can stick it on the arms, but you might want to put the guns there, so the only other option I've found is if you just bring this up slightly and just peg it into the back and just have that flop down. It's a little bit of a backpack, but again, theoretically you could say these are thrusters, so jetpack on a plane, I guess. You bring the pistols in, you can store them on the arms if you like, but I don't know, I think the G1 he was a pistol wielder, or dual rifle possibly, but still. So stick them in hands. I'll have him. Pew 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 all over the place. Yeah. And yes, they're not pointing in the same directions because he's insane. I don't know. The head is... I imagine it's very, very, very similar to some form of aeronautical helmet of some variety. And I know the original looked like this. I know it did. But what's with the cat ears? I can't help but look at them. It's just like, nyan nyan nyan, nyan 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 formers, meow meow. It's just, really? I don't know. Don't really work for me, the cat ears. But I know the G1 had them, so I'm going to let him off. I'm not going to panic about it. It's fine. Everything's fine. A lot of these joints were incredibly loose. The waist, the knees, the hips, I think, were a little bit. And I did the elbows just... Dear me, where'd that come from? Just in case. The head itself is on a ball joint, so we can look up. Anyway. So yeah, he has a few loose joints, but I just floor polished him, left him overnight, and everything is dandy. And size comparison, there he is with Dreadwind. The boys. Diddly-doo-doo. Anyway. And you know what? They are a pair. They look awesome together. They look really, really dumb, but in the same respect, really awesome, because they just work. They are completely different styles, completely different designs, and they're awesome. I do think this is great. We need more Decepticons. That's what we need. We need more Decepticons, because anyone can have Autobots. Autobots just spam everything. We need more Decepticons. You know? We need more Decepticons, and we need them to be just these awesome, weird and wacky transformations, like from other, like the late the late 80s, early 90s kind of things. We need more Decepticons, because they're just fun. We need fun. And apart from anything, you can't have good guys if there aren't bad guys to fight. And if you've got hardly any bad guys, then the good guys are just bullying them. That's my whole argument I've had since Animated. So I want more Decepticons. I need more Decepticons. Because apart from anything, I need a body for these guys and 2 more limbs. I'm sorry, I just do. I need more limbs. I need to make a Combiner using these guys. Oh well. But yeah, no, they're definitely fun. I haven't bothered with the Combiner gimmick because I haven't got a set for them to go with. You know, I haven't bothered with doing the arm and leg and stuff like that. If I get something, I'll probably go over it again, but that's fine. So, I should be ugly. I shall be Wretched. I shall see all of you in the next one. Epic fail.